Islam is a total lie.
Okay. You can't prove that. Let's just let them substantiate.
Islam is a total lie.
All right, cool.
Islam says that Islamic Allah sent out 124,000 prophets across the world throughout time. 124,000. Yeah. Can you name a few of these outside of the Bible?
Outside of the Bible or the
Outside of the Bible.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
No. Question is simple. Question is simple. If there were 124,000 prophets, so let's deal with this. 124,000 people, prophets. I'm assuming you would appreciate that they would have had signs and wonders. No. Wait. 124,000 people with signs and wonders and so on throughout time, and you are saying there exists no evidence of any of them outside of the Bible?
And the Quran?
Does that?
Just the Bible. The Quran.
Well, the Quran doesn't give any prophet. So leave behind the Quran.
It gives names of prophets, of course it gives names of
The
prophets.
Quran
Musa,
does not.
Dawood.
Musa is not a name.
Musa's not a
What do you
name.
mean it's not a name?
Moses.
The de-Latinized name, Musa.
Is Jesus the name?
Musa is that a Hebrew name?
Stephen Green.
Musa.
Moses is a Hebrew prophet. His works are here. No problem. In the Bible.
And the Quran.
The Quran is, as we are talking about so far, is a book which doesn't give you meaningful statements. Bring all the statements of the Quran, you don't learn much. And so the point simply is, let's leave behind the Quran.
Let him continue lying.
Let's leave behind the Quran. We are talking about the Bible.
Right.
Outside of the Bible, do you have any evidence for 124,000 prophets?
What does that mean? What does that say?
It means Islam is a whole bucket full of lies.
Why? Why though?
In the Bible,
Yeah. It
do you
says
know?
that.
Do you know how many prophets are there in the Bible? About
How many?
approximately.
You know? I don't know. You tell me.
Approximately.
Okay. I don't know. I'm asking.
You tell us.
Approximately about 50 prophets.
Okay.
50 great men of God. Approximately. And what do we know from these 50 people? What is the evidence for the 50 people? How many people follow them? You can see today about 1 billion plus people follow them.
Right.
If that is the case for about 50 people, how about for 124,000? Can you even believe this? Can you grapple with this, please? For 50 people, if the impact that they have had is such a monumental impact,
This is where
just for about 50 people, how much could you expect from about 124,000? How much could you expect? Excuse me, how much could you expect?
Do you know what we believe about those prophets?
Impact from 124,000 people, prophets.
So the names that you're quoting in the Bible.
How much can you
I'm trying to
expect?
answer you.
Yes.
The names in the Bible that you're talking about. Why do you believe that they're accurate? Why do you believe that those people existed? What I'm asking is, why do you trust the Bible? Basically, that's my question.
How does that have anything to do with the 124,000 question I'm asking?
Because you're saying that there's names in the Bible that talk about prophets, and you're saying that those names don't exist in the Quran, and so therefore the Quran is a lie. What I'm trying
That's
to say,
not the point I'm making.
what I'm trying to say is that
You've got
the
my
Bible
point
contains
wrong.
Many inconsistencies within it. For example, the
Give me your name again, please.
Zechariah.
Zechariah.
The genealogies in Mark and Luke, for example,
Zechariah.
they're different. So therefore, if there's different lineage going from Abraham to Jesus, if the lineage is 14 in Luke, for example, and multiple more in I think it's Matthew, then how do you reconcile the differences in names? The fact
Zechariah,
that there are different
do you
names
understand the word deviation?
Yeah.
Detraction.
Right. Yeah.
Understand those words?
So
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm asking you to defend. I'm asking you to defend Islam.
Yeah.
You're now talking about the Bible.
Speaking loudly.
About Islam, the question. Hey, brother.
Have a dialogue with him now.
Zechariah.
So loud. Look, listen, I just want to have a discussion. Don't talk like really loud.
Well, there are many other people here, so
There's only us two.
I'd like to speak to many other people. Don't worry.
Okay, no,
Yeah. So, Zechariah, the question is simple.
Yeah.
If
But I asked you a question first, though. I said,
Whoa. Who asked the question first?
Okay, just finish, please.
Was it him or me? Who asked the question first?
you asked me and I answered, and then I gave
No,
you
you didn't answer me anything. I'm asking you,
but my answer
if
was-
50 people, around 50 people, could have caused the impact that they caused, how much could you expect from about 124,000 similar prophets?
I don't understand this.
How many? The Islam says,
This is a discussion.
you said,
I know you're preaching, but you're not discussing.
you said, you
You want
had,
to listen, or do you want to talk? Exactly.
I want clarifications. I want you to understand, Zechariah.
I'm trying to understand.
I want you to understand that Islam spreads a whole load of lies.
I believe that.
I want you to understand
I
that.
believe that you believe that.
I'm not asking you I'm not asking you to empathize with me. I'm asking you to listen to my points. Evidence that I'm providing. The evidence that I'm providing, I'd like you to listen to.
I'm saying the evidence you're providing is from a Bible that's been corrupted. That's what I'm trying to
The
say.
evidence I'm providing is from Islam, not from the Bible.
You're talking about the
Islam says,
Bible. You're talking
no,
about the Quran or the Bible. You keep switching.
listen to me, please. You clearly have misunderstood. Islam says, not the Bible. Islam says,
Yes.
Islamic Allah sent 124,000 prophets across the world. Islam says that.
Yes, we know.
Do you know of any of these?
And that
Can I
makes it
answer you
wrong.
now?
Why does that make it wrong?
Clearly.
Can I answer you?
No, why? Why does that make it wrong and a lie? Why does all the prophecies, all the scientific miracles, all of the mathematical impossibilities?
Which mathematical impossibility? What are you talking about?
For example, in the Quran, I can't point it out like in a verse, but in the Quran, if you look, there's words such as I've written it down, but there's words that come. For example, day. The word day, yawm, comes 365 times in the whole Quran. The
And
word
what does
month-
that make it?
The word month comes 12 times. The word, there's specific like repentance.
What does that
forgetful.
mean?
All of these words become, when you compile the whole Quran in one, it shows that even a man that was illiterate, didn't understand numbers, letters, anything, he made a whole Quran which came over 23 years, and there happened to be words that came exactly the same times mathematically. That didn't have to do with the same verse. Like day happened to be 365 times in the whole Quran. That's just one example of the mathematical.
Please read verses 83 to 86, please.
Right, well, if I'm going to do that, then you got to read.
Please
your
read,
own
please
Bible.
read.
Then you got to read your own Bible.
Please read.
If you're going to shoot,
Now, I like to see the mathematical wonders here, the scientific wonders here.
He has a double standard because he doesn't even realize the Bible says that the world is 6,000 years old. He doesn't realize that the Bible is inconsistent in its genealogy.
Please
for the prophets.
read.
Here's the thing.
I'd like to see how wonderful this Quran is.
Here's the thing.
Please
Do
read.
I know Arabic? Do I know Arabic? Do you know Arabic? Go
This is
talk to
English,
my-
don't
go-
worry.
go and talk-
This is
yeah, I know
English.
that stuff, that's
This
what
is
I
an
know.
English translation. Please don't
If you
worry.
want to speak to somebody
Please
that
read
speaks
this.
Arabic-
Would you like to read this?
No, I do not want to. because
Zechariah,
I don't speak Arabic, so I'm not well versed enough to explain the verse. If don't know Arabic, I can't explain.
I thought
the
you were
verse.
explaining to me about 365 and 12 and everything
Yeah,
else.
mathematical. I can do that because I don't need to know Arabic to do that. I do need to know.
Do you
Arabic
need to know
be able
Arabic to read an English text?
I do need to know Arabic to be able to transliterate what exactly.
I'm not
that
asking you
means.
to transliterate. I'm asking you to
No,
read
you
some
are.
English
You
statements.
are, because then you're gonna.
English.
The Quran, we've already done
English.
I'm not because I don't know
Zechariah,
Arabic,
English.
The original way it was revealed.
English.
What was the Bible revealed?
Are you an English speaker, sir? Can you read English? Please, can you read this for us?
Are you a Muslim? Don't take it from him. He's a liar. Don't take it from him. He's already been.
Don't listen to them. They can't think for themselves. Please
He's not
read
going
this.
to let you speak, so don't take it from him. Thank you.
You don't want to read. Are you Muslim, sir? This is your Quran, sir.
Speak to somebody that knows Arabic.
What's that? Well, that's the Quran.
He's not going to let you speak.
If you translate the Quran from Arabic into English, what do you get? Translation. But what is the content? Where is the content from? Is this from Harry Potter? Is this from the Lord of the Rings? What's that? What's that?
The translation.
It's a human translation. Do you know of any translations which is not human? So clearly we are happy with human translations. So can I please ask you, sir, what's that?
Thank you.
Have I ever read the original text in Arabic? Why should I care? Even the English does not make much sense. Why should I care to read in Arabic?
Because that was the word.
Excuse me, sir. Please answer my simple question. Would you be bold enough to read? Would you be bold enough to read the English translation of the Quran? Would you be bold enough? Or are you ashamed, sir? Are you ashamed of your Quran, sir? Are you not ashamed of your Quran? Then can you please read this for us? We need your help. We really need your help. That's what we're trying to do here.
Why are you imposing on these
Which Muslim here can read English? Anyone who can read English?
Read your own Bible. You're talking to this brother.
What? Okay, please. Okay, see, he can help us, yeah?
I don't
Hey,
know Arabic.
please answer this.
As I said
Please
before,
read.
I don't know Arabic. So
Well,
how can I give you an accurate
He doesn't know Arabic, and that's precisely why we have got him an English translation. To read an English translation, what language do you need to know, Darren? German. German, maybe. You can read. If you know English, you can read this.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say to you.
I don't understand. That's precisely
You're
true.
you keep saying the same thing. Just read, bro. I don't know because then.
Can anyone read English?
If I read it, then it's just gonna
Are you happy to read this English translation of the Quran?
No, we don't. We can't.
Why is it that Muslims are so ashamed to read their own Quran? Why is this the case?
Go ask somebody that knows Arabic.
Why is this
Because it
the
was revealed
case?
in Arabic.
Are you an Arabic speaker?
Not a native Arabic speaker. No.
And can you read Arabic?
I can read it. I can't translate it.
So you can read Arabic, you won't understand what it says.
Not yet. I'm trying to.
So
learn.
clearly then you can't be a Muslim.
Not true.
Well, wait a second. If you
You know
can't
what a
read...
Muslim is? Submission to God. Doesn't mean that I have to know Arabic to be a Muslim.
Did you hear what just happened here? A Muslim is someone who doesn't think. A Muslim who doesn't, Muslim is someone who doesn't read this and try and evaluate. That's not who a Muslim is. A Muslim is someone who blindly submits.
That is not what
That's his
Muslim is.
confession.
I
That's
said
his.
somebody that submits to God.
But you implicitly
need
saying,
the- you're saying
you
you
are
need a-
implicitly saying, Zechariah, that for you to be a Muslim,
You're
you
inferring
don't
that.
have to read the
No,
Quran.
you're inferring
You
that.
were
You're putting words in my mouth.
okay. So as a
Saying,
Muslim,
do you need to
let
be
me
a-
ask you
do
this
need to
again.
be a Christian to believe in the Bible.
Let me ask you this again. Well, of course you need to believe in the Bible for you to be a Christian. If you don't read and believe in the Bible, how can you be a Christian?
To accept God. I mean.
Question to you again,
To
please.
accept God rationally without a book to hold.
Explain to me rationally, how does Islamic Allah exist? Please explain to me rationally.
Well, if you think about it, everything in the world is made up of things that could exist or could not exist, i.e. contingent things, right? So right now, you're a contingent being, I'm a contingent being, because I came from something else. I was caused by something else. And that chain, that regression, can't go on for infinity. So therefore, there has to be a... Do you want to analyze it, or do you want to hear my...
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'm explaining as to why God needs to exist.
No. The question asked was,
what was the question?
why do you think Islamic Allah
Yeah,
exists?
one God? What?
No.
That one God exists?
Islamic Allah
Before
is
the
not
Quran-
any one God.
before
Is the
the-
God of the Quran.
But before the Quran came, people were still Muslims if they believed in God. They were still judged accountably. They were still judged.
Can you believe what is happening here?
People before-
Would you believe that?
Yes. People that believed
Yeah.
in God before the Quran were still believed in God. It doesn't mean
Do you know what makes someone a Muslim today? Let's put it this way.
Belief in one
Let's
God.
put it this way. Islamic State went to Mosul. In Mosul, there were Christians. Christians believed in how many gods? One. Oh, that's your fantasy idea.
There's Unitarian Christians.
Are you a Christian, brother? Are you a Christian, brother? How many gods do you believe in?
One God.
Are you a Christian, brother? How many gods do you believe in?
Father, the Son.
Am I excuse me, sir? You may have your counting issues. Learning mathematics might be a bit problematic for you, but deal with them when you deal with your primary school education. A Christian is telling you, another Christian is telling you, and I, as another Christian, am telling you, Christians believe in one God. Let me come back to you. Zechariah, let me come back to you. Went to Mosul, the Islamic militants who went there did not say, oh, you believe in one God and therefore you are a Muslim, we'll leave you alone. Is that what they did?
Where is this?
Excuse me.
I don't know. I never even
You
heard
don't
of
know
it.
where Mosul is?
I'm sorry, I'm
You
not-
don't know where Mosul is?
No, I don't.
Iraq, Islamic State?
Sure. What does that have to do with me saying that you have to believe in
You said anyone who believes in one God is a Muslim. That's what you said. By that definition, now you come to submit to Allah.
So one God.
Islamic.
Allah is one God.
Zechariah, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Please don't confuse me. It's a simple experiment. Let's go through this one step at a time.
Here, I'll make the claim
Let's-
because you're talking about the claim I make. So let me make
Who
it again. So you
is
can
a
track
Muslim?
it.
Yeah, let him make the statement.
I just wanted to make a
what's your claim?
point. Do you believe in one God?
Who is a
Okay,
Muslim?
then he's a Muslim. Do you believe in one God?
I am a Christian. I am not a Muslim.
People that came before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who believed in one God, who came to it rationally. If you believe in the fitrah, which is what an innate disposition towards God is, people that came before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam believed in that innate fitrah, believed in a God, believed in a creator. Allah subhanahu wa taala will judge them on the day of judgment justly, and because they believed in a God means that they're going to go to heaven because they're Muslim. Because revelation didn't exist then, you can't judge them on a revelation they never heard, right? Just for example, if there's a tribe, like there's a isolated tribe right now, can't remember the name, off the coast of Sri Lanka, if they've never heard of the revelation of Islam and yet they believe in a God, God will
Did you hear how anti-Semitic this guy is?
No. How it is anti-Semitic?
Before Islam, there was no revelation.
Who's funding
Claims this guy.
Before
Islam, there is no revelation.
How can you say
Would you go and say that to a Jew, sir?
How can you say
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Would you go and say that to a Jew?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Did you say that or not? Before Islam, was there a revelation or not?
before the Quran?
Yes.
Before the Quran, there was of course the Injil, the Torah. Yes, I'm saying before anything, before the Torah, before the Bible.
Before anything. Before what?
Before
Anything.
any revelation, before the Torah, before the Bible, before the Quran. If you believed in a God before that, then then God will judge you goodly, justly, sorry, because you believed in a God, and you can do that rationally. You don't need a book to believe in a God.
So come back. Let's come back. Let's come back
to believe in the certain attributes of God, like
Let's
benevolence.
come back to this again.
Exactly, that's when you need to
Answer, please.
learn about the prophets.
Answer me, please. Answer me, please. I heard you. I heard what you said. I heard. I'm not here to repeat. I'm not a parrot. I heard what you said. I'm now going to move on to the next question. I'm now going to move on. I'm now.
Move on.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
The question to you.
Do you know what anti-Semitic means?
The question
What does
is.
anti-Semitic mean?
What is
Well,
anti-Semitic?
ignoring the identity of the Jews in any way, shape or form. You inadvertently said, because Islam teaches you that, you inadvertently said that before Islam there was no revelation. You said that, sir.
Look.
You said that. Now coming back.
Look, just wait. Do you want to hug me? Do you want to just discuss? Do you want to just be civil? Don't shout. I just want to have a clear discussion.
I'm speaking
You're
to many
speaking-
people.
you're
Excuse me.
speaking-
Zechariah, did I so far say
Put words
to
in
you,
your mouth.
listen to me please.
All right, sure, listen.
So far, did I dictate as to how you should speak? Did I do that?
How I should speak? No.
What did I do? Excuse me, wait. I asked you questions
Yes.
and allowed you to answer in the way you want to answer.
Yeah.
Did I not?
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, did I not? Did I not?
you did. I just-
What did you do? What did you do?
I said-
So far, 3 or 4 times you are telling me how I should speak. Is that a sensible thing to
I'm
do?
telling you to speak civilly. He's trying to divert.
I know you.
What does civilly have to do with my sound? What does civilly have to do with your sound?
Not just the sound, but the fact that you don't let me speak and you're just talking over me. I say something and you call me anti-Semitic, and then when I try to justify myself,
Can I
like you're doing now,
Can I let you know why I said you were anti-Semitic?
Yes.
Because you made a statement saying before Islam there was no revelation. You said that. When you say that, you are denying the identity of the Jews, which is what Islam has taught you to do.
Specifically, that the Torah and the Bible existed before the Quran. You put words in my mouth and you insinuate.
It's all on record, don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
If you made a mistake, that's fine. If you made a mistake, if you want to correct, that's fine. That's fine. Let's move on. The question simply,
I'll happily move on if you just accept that.
The question-
You don't know what anti-Semitic means as well. You didn't
The
even
question
explain that.
simply-
What does anti-Semitic mean?
anti-Semitism includes denying the identity of the Jews in any way, shape or form. Also, denying their history in any way, shape or form. Also, that is part of anti-Semitism. So when you deny the fact that Jews got the Torah
Am I
before
denying
you,
Jews exist? No, there's Jews there. I don't
He
deny
never
the
used the word Jew.
Don't you
Never
know
used the
that?
word
do you understand? Do you understand?
You use the word Jew. He's anti-Semitic.
Clearly you don't know what identity means. Clearly you don't know what identity means. That's fine. We can move on.
Yeah, let's move on. 'cause you
Coming
know what
back to
we're
you.
talking about.
Islamic State militants wanted to wipe out people from Mosul. The question is,
Why do you talk about your Bible, which is clearly
what does this have to do with the Quran?
Because you're
Is the Islamic State anything to do with the Quran?
No.
We all of us.
Are you willing to say Islamic State is anti-Islamic? Can you say that, please?
We didn't say it's anti-Islamic. We didn't, just because it has nothing to do with Islam.
So is it Islamic or not?
So you're going to make it anti.
Is Islamic State Islamic or not?
ISIS.
No. I'm
So
saying.
Islamic State is not
You want to
Islamic.
let us speak.
Because he's speaking, there are many people here. What?
The ISIS, Khawarij.
Yeah, they don't.
What is that? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Khawarij, the ISIS.
Yeah. Are they Muslims or not?
What does
Are they
Khawarij mean?
Islamic or
What
not?
does Khawarij mean?
So clearly, according to the confession of this gentleman here, Islamic State is not Islamic.
Yes, it's not Islamic.
Well done. Thank you.
That's like saying because there's Muslim grooming gangs, they're following the Quran. It doesn't mean that because they're doing something and they're Muslim, that means they're following the Quran unequivocally.
Well, whether they...
Yeah, Khawarij.
Excuse me, excuse me.
Politicians are flawed.
They have been
Politicians
kicked
are
out.
flawed.
They have been kicked
Doesn't
out.
mean that they're following the Quran unequivocally. People can misinterpret the Quran. It even says that in the Quran. So the fact that you're saying that.
Okay, let's try and see
you. Move on again.
if Islamic State people were misinterpreting the Quran
All right, bring
when
up
they
the
went after the Christians in Mosul to kill them, to wipe them out, or force them to convert to Islam. Were they being
Does it say-
Islamic or not? Let's
Do
see.
you know what it says in the Quran? It says there's no compulsion in religion. You know what do you know what that means?
Let's try.
You can't force anybody to be a Muslim.
Let's see if that's what the Quran says.
It says that. I'm telling you. It says that in the Quran.
I'm going to read to you now.
From what verse, sorry?
Yeah, what translation?
Surah At-Tawbah, Surah chapter 9,
What verse?
verse 29. Fight against
I said they're not.
such of those, please read. Fight against such of those who have been given the scripture as believe not in Allah. Those who believe not in Allah, nor the last day, and forbid not that which Allah has forbidden by His messenger, and follow not the religion of truth until they pay the tribute readily,
That's it.
being brought low. Now, wait. No. Let's go through this. Let's go through
Make a
this.
statement.
Make a statement. What's your point?
Excuse me, sir. Please learn to listen. If you
Make a
can't,
statement.
move on.
Make a statement. I'm not moving on because you're talking a lot of shit.
Quran is asking, commanding Muslims, instructing, commanding Muslims to fight. On what basis? On what basis?
It says that in the Bible. Sorry.
On what basis? Fight against. Excuse me, please. Darren, this is Darren. One second. Darren, one second. Darren, 1 second. Fight against. Darren, please, Darren. Please, Darren.
What do you think Jesus
So fight against those who believe.
We're right here, bro.
Darren, please.
Okay, ask a question.
Darren, please. Fight against those.
We could pull up 1,000 Bible verses that are way worse.
Darren.
That doesn't even mean anything. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
Fight against those who believe not in Allah. Do you believe in Allah, brother?
Why do you read it?
No, I'm reading. I read the entire verse once. Now I'm going through it step by step. Why are you afraid? Do you believe in Allah, brother?
I'm still trying to find out who Allah is.
You don't even know who Allah is. And so clearly you would not believe in Islamic Allah.
He's a
But
Christian.
clearly he is a Christian. And therefore he would come under the category of who Muslims have been instructed to fight against. Let me go through. One second.
Which category?
Well, which category? The category of people who ought to be fought against.
Yeah, what is that?
Fight against those who have been given the scripture as believe not in Allah,
Go on, keep going.
nor the last day. Do you believe in Islamic end time exposition, brother? You don't believe in that. They're coming after you to fight. If anyone wants to follow you, follow Islam. And forbid not that which Allah has forbidden by His messenger. Who does messenger mean here? So, whatever Muhammad says, you ought to follow, apparently. And if you don't, your Muslims have been instructed to fight against you.
Okay, for what reason?
And follow not the reasons I've given you so far.
No, you haven't.
If you don't follow Muhammad, if you don't follow Islam, they will come after you.
No, that's
What
not
is the reason?
Carry on, now you're making lies, man.
And follow not
You
the
don't pay
religion.
jizya. Do you know what jizya is? You don't know.
What is jizya?
What is
Are you willing to
What
pay
is
the jizya, sir?
You're talking to a Christian.
Let me ask you, are you willing to pay a slave tax?
That's not slave tax.
A second class slave tax?
Can you listen to this man?
Yeah, let's read.
Talk to him.
Let me contextualize, brother.
He'll contextualize it
And
for you.
follow not the religion of truth until they pay tribute
Do you know what's the punishment?
readily, being brought low. You will be subdued.
Yes.
If look, yes,
Yeah, but
they're just
but
waiting
under
for
what-
that
under
to
what
happen.
condition? Under
Yes.
what condition? Under
Carry
what
on.
condition?
Yes.
Well, the conditions have been read so far. Haven't you been paying attention? You either should become a Muslim,
Is it on basis of religion?
follow Messenger
Yes.
Muhammad,
Go on.
follow Islam, follow his
And if you
religion,
follow Islam, you have to pay zakah. Pay zakah. You know that.
you should be willing
you know
to
that?
be submissive before Muslims.
Okay, let me give you
If you
context.
Now
don't
listen
do
to the answer.
either of them,
Would you like to listen to the answer?
Muslims have been instructed to fight against you.
Okay.
Do you think that's a good idea, brother?
Listen to me.
You're in an echo chamber. Listen to
me.
the answer.
Listen
Thank
to
you.
me. You know, under the caliphate of Abu Bakr Siddiq, there are
Please
many-
come here.
There are many Muslims who refuse to pay zakat. Do you know what's the punishment? There's a punishment for people who don't pay zakat, right? Similarly, there are those Jews and Christians. In this verse, it's not talking about fighting them on the account of religion. It's on the account that they're not paying the jizya, not on account of religion.
Yes.
All right.
They were treated
So,
so
the
well.
Muslims.
Historians.
So do not
Did
do not say
did you hear?
kill Jews and
Thank
Christians.
you.
Don't say
Did you hear the answer the gentleman gave?
Don't say that, brother.
Did you hear the answer the gentleman gave? The gentleman said, this is again some other time. Do you believe in the Quran to be the eternal word of Islamic Allah, sir? Do you believe in that? Do you need to follow the Quran today? Do you need to follow the Quran today? Do you need to follow the Quran today? If you read this instruction, would you obey Islamic Allah or
you
not?
tell me, you tell
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Do not run away.
You tell me which
Would you obey the Islamic Allah or not?
You tell me which country's caliphate.
Excuse me, sir. Would you obey the Islamic Allah or not?
Listen to the answer now.
Well, if your answer is this is only in Islamic Caliphate, let me better tell you, of course, we would never let you do that here. Clearly,
You are.
we are not fools to let you do that here. Clearly. But the question is, would you dare to do this anywhere? That's the question. Brother,
Are you ready to listen?
if you live in Saudi Arabia, they'll come after you. Are you happy about this? They live and practice here. Are you Muslim, sir?
You tell me, here in London right now.
Good. He is a Muslim. Come here, please.
No, I'm here.
Where do you live, sir?
No, why do you want to know?
Where do you live? Where? No, not a particular town. Which country do you live in?
Talk about what you want to talk about, not where you live.
Which country do you live in?
I live in Alaska. What's the?
So he lives in Alaska. Which country do you live in?
Yeah, I live in Alaska.
I'm in the
Well, let me talk to someone who lives in the UK. Any Muslim who lives in the
I live
UK?
in North Pole.
You live in the UK?
No, North Pole.
You live in the North Pole.
Nothing to do. Talk about what you're
Well, it has everything to do with what I'm talking about here, sir. You are living in a country here. Have you been forced to pay jizya here in the UK? How much tax do you pay? Oh, ho, ho. Jizya. All right. Jizya is just the tax that the Muslims pay. Do the Muslims pay jizya?
No, but
Clearly. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't run from one tree to another. Don't do that.
And do you know what's
The
ironic?
question,
Bro, many historians have
I asked the question. Whoa, 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 whoa. Zechariah, please make sense. One question at a time. I asked the gentleman, do you pay
No, I don't pay jizya.
jizya?
No, I pay zakat, not jizya.
Clearly, he does not.
I pay zakat, not jizya. You don't understand that?
Listen to me carefully. Do you pay Do you pay any tax as a Muslim,
Yes, I do.
which is more than a tax that a Christian would pay?
No.
So the Christian and a Muslim would pay the same tax in a nation like ours, won't we? Christians and Muslims pay the same tax here, don't we? Don't we? Yes, in the UK,
There's no jizya.
please, yes.
I don't have anything, so I have to pay. And if I pay 2.5,
Okay, you don't have anything and therefore you don't pay. That's fine.
it's not Muslim.
But the question I asked was simple. Are you ill-treated by the fact that you are a Muslim in a nation like ours? That's the question asked.
No, hang on. We're talking about a religious state.
Ours.
Talking about a religious state. This is a democracy.
Ours. Ours.
Is this a
Are you ill-treated?
You're listening to the
Because
answer,
you
you're
are a
asking the same
Muslim,
question.
are you a second-class citizen in the UK?
Listen to the answer.
But in an Islamic state, you would be, wouldn't you?
It's the same question.
If a Christian, wait a second, brother, they are confessing here. The confession is simple. In the UK, we do not
Oh, yeah?
give partial treatment to a Muslim. We don't undermine them. Just because, wait a second,
Who you mean by
just by the fact that they are Muslims, no one ill-treats them. They pay the same tax.
No, who you mean by we?
He can change into a Christian tomorrow and would end up paying the same amount of tax as long as income remains the same. So his religion does not determine his tax level. But in Islam, what do you find? In an Islamic country, Islamic caliphate, like what he said, if you are a Christian, you are to be paying more.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
You pay more.
You pay more.
How much? How much do you pay? How much jizya do you pay, sir? What's jizya percentage, sir?
You're outright lying.
I know for
If you don't know, don't say more, less. Keep your mouth shut, sir. Excuse me, sir. If you don't know, let me educate you. Let's read the statement.
Ask me what's the percentage. I don't know.
Let's read here.
What's the percentage?
Let's read here.
What's the percentage?
Let's read here.
Claim.
1 second. Let's read here. And follow not the religion of truth, but you don't analyze. Let me try and help you analyze.
Read in
And
Arabic.
follow not. So is this a waste of time? In English?
What's the meaning?
It is if you don't talk to someone.
In English, is this a waste of time?
Like the Bible was in Hebrew, it's still to Greek, then to English, then to
Thank you.
Asian.
What language
The
is
meaning
it?
is
What
I am happy for anyone to read the English Bible. Are you happy for me to read the English Quran?
So I speak in Hebrew.
Not if you
Then
don't know
the Bible
Arabic.
written
No.
in
That's
Greek.
if you're going to take.
Is this the Quran?
Then it's written in
No,
Greek.
it isn't.
Then it's
Is this the
The
Quran?
true
Then
Quran.
the Greek
No, it's not the true Quran.
Then it's Arabic.
Why is the Islamic Dawah Society spreading this lie if this is not the Quran?
Just business.
Do you have Arabic?
Is this the Quran?
It's an interpretation of the meaning of the Arabic that the Quran was revealed.
This is an interpretation of the power of 2 to the power of 5 of the Quran.
So what's 1 plus 1?
My dear friends, you want to understand if there are double treatment or not? Read here, please.
Surah Tawbah, I know. Surah Tawbah.
Follow not the religion of truth until they pay,
Genghis Khan. Surah chapter.
until, please, one at a time, please listen.
Chapter. What's the number of the chapter?
1 minute, 1 minute.
Surah 9, Ayah 29.
29. Hold on a second.
Until they pay the tribute readily,
Don't make.
being brought low. Being brought. Are you listening?
No, because I've heard it already, bro. He's going to get the Arabic. He knows Arabic. He'll explain it to you.
Being brought low. How can he be brought low through a tax? Being brought low.
Listen.
It says being brought low by being made to pay this jizya, sir.
Your translation
Being
is wrong.
brought low.
Pay zakat, not jizya.
I know. You are an elitist. Islam.
Did you know zakat
Elitist.
more than the Christians and Jews pay
Thank you.
jizya? That's a fact.
Please come here. Please come here.
I'm here.
It's
COVID.
In our country,
Until they pay the tribute, being brought low. How exactly do you bring a Christian low by making them pay a tax? Please explain to me. How do you make them bring? How do you bring them low?
I don't know the repercussions.
Like this one, they don't believe the right one.
How do you bring them low?
If a Muslim doesn't pay the tax, they get the punishment. Did you know that?
The question is simple. How do you bring someone low by making them pay a tax?
You make word.
How do you bring them low?
You make word.
Any answer? How do you bring them low?
How do you bring them low here? What happens?
Excuse me, here everyone pays similar tax structure. Don't worry about this. Have you got any special tax structure, sir?
Lower tax? I think you'd be happy if you had a lower tax to
Like
pay.
at least the tax is 1%.
How do you bring someone low by forcing them to pay a tax? How do you force them? How do you bring them low? Any answer whatsoever?
What kind of tax?
Nothing.
You call the police.
To protect them.
Nothing.
Police.
You don't pay tax.
Oh yeah. In an Islamic state, they'll call the police because they respect the
You get your
police.
possessions taken away. You don't pay tax. You get revoked. That's what happens.
So go after. Go on, brother. Did you want to say something?
The question
What do you want to say?
the question is why the Christian has to pay more than the Muslim?
And why do you? Yeah, sure. And why do you think they have to pay more? Where did you get that from?
But the real Christianity and the Jews, they are quite happy about the small tax.
Under
They
the
pay
Muslim
it.
Caliphate.
Not by
Many
force.
historians, Montgomery Watt, for example,
Like you forcing the
What I
people.
read in the
You
Quran.
need to pay tax 30%.
historians didn't rather.
He is running. Can you see this?
No,
Please look at him.
COVID law. That's what he's doing. He's
No. He's still near the other people there. He is moving away and away after doing a Google search. Moving away and away.
I just said to you,
The question asked was simple. How do you bring someone low by forcing them to pay a tax?
pay the jizya tax.
How many? How do?
We're like Now we're just trying to say that the jizya was just
How do you bring someone low?
let me give you a question. Did you know that Muslims are many of those who pay zakat? If nobody
Question.
pays zakat,
How do you bring someone low?
the state will intervene.
How do you bring someone low?
That's equality.
How do you bring someone low? By forcing them to pay a tax. How do you bring them low?
Force.
Why don't you make your tax?
From where do you bring the word of force?
You pay tax in the UK. If you live in a country Islamic state, you have to follow the law.
The question is simple. How do you force and bring someone low?
Wasting time. They're just shouting like.
Can I tell you one thing? Can I tell you one thing?
Any answer whatsoever?
May I?
How do you bring them low?
Muslims are obliged to pay zakat. Jews and Christians are obliged to pay jizya. Both of them face punishment.
Question. How do you bring those who are non-Muslims low? No answer whatsoever. I'm asking you a simple question. How do you bring non-Muslims low? No answer. My dear friends,
Same way that happens in UK.
in the UK, are there two kinds of tax systems, sir? Please come here.
Same way as the police.
Please come here. In the UK, are there two different tax systems? That's not the question. The question is, are there two different tax systems? Is there a Muslim tax system versus a Christian tax system? Is there? No. Clearly not. But clearly, according to Islam, Muslims pay a different tax system and Christians pay a different tax system. Why is that, sir?
Wait. So
Why is that, sir?
we pay more as zakat.
Excuse me. You are telling me nonsenses because read to me carefully. It says until they pay the tribute readily being brought low. No answer. No answer. No answer. No answer.
You need to have a conversation with this guy.
Yes, sir. How do you bring a Christian low? By making them pay a particular tax. How do you bring them low? How do you bring them low?
He actually agreed with me. He actually agreed that.
I talked to him before.
Yes.
How do you bring them low?
You're just going around in circle. We've been answered 5 times by now.
How do you bring them low?
Circle.
How do you bring them low?
Do you pay tax in the UK?
I do.
Do you pay tax in the UK?
Yes, I do.
Why are you not opposing the government?
No,
That's not the point.
That's
That's
not the point. Double standards. Double standards for something else. Oh no, it's okay.
Try your best.
For Islam, no. Oppression.
Question.
Muslims
Question.
pay more. Muslims pay more than Christians.
Question.
He's been refuted 5 times already. He's going circle. Everyone knows him in the park to be refuted every day. And he comes same argument.
Question. Running away. Question.
He just agreed with me, actually. That way, tell you, talk to him. Look, I said to him, and he said, we pay more tax than you. I said, well, if you're in an Islamic state and you're earning a lot more than me and you got me using me like a slave, obviously the amount you pay going to be more than me, but the principle is that I'm supposed to pay more than you.
Yes.
So I said, that's not a fair point you're making.
Yeah.
If you're earning 100,000 and I'm earning 20,000, obviously you're going to pay more than me.
Yeah,
But the principle is, I am supposed to pay more than you. When you look at the differentials, I'm supposed to pay more.
Percentage-wise.
Percentage-wise, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the problem clearly is Christians would be subjugated, would be brought low through the system. Either become a second-class citizen, second-class slave, or become a Muslim.
He just agreed with me. When I said that to him, now I talk to you. So he actually agreed with me.
Yeah. And he ran away.
Yeah.
So, my dear friends, Islam is a load of lies. Give up on Islam and come to the Lord.